Judson, are we in a cozy up north cabin right now?
Now, Olivia, I wouldn't knock you for thinking that this scene is ripped from a northern Minnesota cabin, but lo and behold, even more exciting, this room is happening right here at the Wildcat Sanctuary in Catio Town, our up north room with Coco and Sine, a little intern cameo happening in the background there. Coco and Sine drinking in their new spot here in Catio Town. Today is the day where we got to unveil that Catio Town is complete. Catio Town is getting populated with some of its rescued residents, and we are elated, very simply. We are so happy to see our cats in these spaces after they've been in their temporary spaces during the construction. As we've talked about, we're excited for this new space to stand as an educational beacon against the small cat crisis and what's happening to hybrid cats across the United States. And then the last part that we mentioned, we're happy to see our cats have some fun in these themed spaces. They're not only themed, but they're very much cat inclined, Mr. Tigger.
Yes, and I think, Judson, it's also great to point out that at the most, the longest a cat has been in here so far is a week. So you can really tell how well adjusted they are. I mean, even after only a week, they've really settled into their spaces, which I think is a huge testament as well.
That's exactly right. And so, Olivia, you know, we got to have a little bit of a live earlier today. We had Fox 21 from Duluth interviewing Tammy, talking about Catio Town. But let's just kind of do a little high-level something. How many different themed rooms here are in Catio Town?
So we have 10 themed rooms.
Okay.
This building can house up to 50 cats. Not the exact number right now. We still have some more cats to move in today. But the intention, obviously, of Catio Town, among many other things, was to provide a catered home to our hybrid cat residents here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, which we have quite a few of, and the small cat crisis is not going away anytime soon. So this isn't only for the current residents that you're seeing enjoying these rooms, but for the residents to come and to inspire change. But 10 themed rooms, all with their own attached catios, those outdoor spaces. And these spaces are quite large. They are really, really incredible, even for our single cats. They're ranging with the catios, even just our smallest spaces, up to 500, 600 square feet for our smallest spaces.
Truly, and exactly that is, you know, it's that fun theme is kind of interwoven with, of course, all the feline accessories our rescues would need.
Judson, I think, you know, kind of going off of how the cats are adjusting, this is amazing. I love this. This is Dream, one of our, I wouldn't say she's necessarily shy, but we didn't see Dream too much in the bungalows just because she liked to be in a cozy spot. And she's really enjoying her new cozy spot. That is the cutest thing I think I've ever seen, Judson.
Dream is a special gal. So many of our hybrid cats are oh so special. And, excuse me, the darn Wi-Fi had just made it so hard for us to visit with some of those oh-so-special rescues. And so a cat like Dream is certainly a cat that's close and is well known for many of us here at Sanctuary. And opportunities like this, Olivia, with them having these new digs in Catio Town, I'm looking forward to highlighting more cats like Dream in all of her beauty there.
Well, Judson, I'm going to have you turn towards the wall because I also love that Dream is in this room.
Oh my gosh, Olivia.
The Dream house. But I think another important thing to point out, and this is not to say that the previous spaces weren't great for our hybrids, because they were, but those bungalows, they weren't bright like this, Judson. We can literally see Dream better than in those previous bungalows. So it's really exciting to see these cats that we love and care for, and it's great that they want to be seen too, because obviously they could go hide. They don't have to be seen if they don't want to, just like with our previous spaces.
Well, speaking of which, I think, Olivia, if you dropped a couple of treats on that,
I know, I'm gonna go get some
playhouse
treats.
there, we'll see.
Even
probably
more
Felix and Bonsai make their way out. Here's Mr. Harley hanging out.
I am mic'd up, Judson, so if people hear some treats dropping, that's what's happening.
Then I'm going to come a-running. Don't you worry. Welcome, 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 everyone. If you're just tuning in, we are live here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, live here in Catio Town for, well, its first kind of official day here. Catio Town is complete. Harley hears some treats being dropped across the way. Catio Town's complete. We are so excited with what you all have helped us make possible here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, the founding members, and all the donors who came together to make this building a reality. It's been a long time coming. Cool to think that Tammy was just doing her interview this morning with Fox 21 and kind of was talking, you know, how long has it started from start to finish, and when, you know, did this kind of first come into vision? And well, it's been underway for about an entire year now, and that's been a long time coming, and it's much deserved for kiddos like Xena and Dahlia, or Xena rather, and Bestie, that's your sister, who were living in temporary spaces, still doing great in those spaces, but happy that they're here in their final resting place.
And as I'm kind of tossing treats into here, Judson, I saw a comment on our previous live, oh, well, we get to spend as much time with the cats as we did in the bungalows. And all I can say is that we'll be spending even more time. So you're going to see me tossing treats in. This is just to keep our live kind of smooth going, so we don't have to be going in and out of the bedrooms. But the intention with these rooms is that people can go in, spend time with the cats. You're going to see human seats, some human features too, and then obviously this central play area, Judson, is so important for cats that want to come out and socialize. If we have donors, volunteers, this room can be used for that purpose. So even more so than the previous bungalows, we'll be able to spend time with the cats.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that we in the best way possible are getting a lot of cats excited for some treat time here. See Elise and our volunteer vet, Dr. Camper, stepping in, checking out the new digs here.
Harley.
And Olivia, I'd say that we can, we could visit with Harley here.
Yes.
We could go and visit with Topper. I love Topper's room.
Let's go into Topper's
and his
room.
wonderful,
I'd really love to go visit with Topper.
His under the sea suite.
Well, and you know, while we're going in, obviously safety first. Currently we have these locks on the doors, but similar to our big cat buildings, we're going to have these nice kennel fronts. We'll have latches, and of course double door systems throughout this building to keep everybody safe and secure. Safety first, Topper.
Hey, Mr. Handsome.
And I think also something that's really special about the concept of this building, Judson, is that it is an open space. And so for a cat like Topper who doesn't care for other cats, you can see he's quite comfortable. He's viewing other cats right now. He knows that he has his own space. It's open. It smells nice in here. We have lots of features to make sure this space also smells good. And so I like seeing a cat like Topper who doesn't want to live with someone else, but he can still enjoy seeing his cat neighbors without feeling the pressure of them being in his space.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's been, interesting to see is just like you mentioned, a cat like Topper is one who's kind of communicated to us that he's maybe a little bit more solitary than some of our other hybrid rescues, and that's totally fine, Topper. And hearing him, safely get opinionated from his room about another cat across the way. You're totally entitled to it, Mr. Topper.
Yeah, but he's been doing really well. I mean, all the cats in here, when they first came in, obviously everyone was a little nervous, and we were going to give them the time, the space, and the tools they needed to adjust, but everybody's warmed up so quickly, which is awesome to see. And those outdoor catios, Judson, are not quite open yet. We're putting some final touches on them, but very, very soon those outdoor catios will be open. Judson and I have one to show you all today that we will go visit shortly. But Topper will soon get to enjoy that outdoor space as well.
That's right, Mr. Topper.
Here, Topper.
And I love the Under the Sea rooms. I'll admit the Under the Sea room is certainly competing for one of my favorite rooms. I think it's just such a fun theme, and I think a loose, cool dude like Topper very much fits the vibe in here too.
I like it, Topper. And you've been loving it too. I've been seeing him in this crab bed. I've been seeing him on the top shelf today even, on these shelves. So I think he's pretty much checked out every corner that he can check out in here. Huh, Topper?
Not too bad, Mr. Topper.
How you doing, buddy?
All right, Mr. Handsome. Well, how about this, Olivia? We'll jump over and let's check out what's going on in Harley's room. I'd like to see that
good.
skyscraper.
I'm going to give Topper a few more treats so we can sneak out of here. Here, Topper.
Oh, 102 people watching. Welcome. So happy to have you all along here. We're doing a really kind of a formal Catio Town tour. We got to be live in here earlier today. Tammy was doing an interview with Fox 21 Duluth. Kind of broke the seal, so to speak, but excited to be going into Catio Town in a little bit more detail. I was talking to Tammy, and Thursday during her Wildcat wrap-up, we're going to be setting her up here in Catio Town, and she's actually going to talk about some of the functionality behind the building, how it's set up, the HVAC system, our ventilation system, and how the drainage system's working, how we're going to be able to clean Catio Town efficiently, because behind all the fun themes and decorations, at the end of the day, functionality is king when it comes to Catio Town, and us being able to clean and make sure that we're serving the cats just as we would with our bungalow system.
Oops, there you go.
Was that a hidden treat under there, Mr. Harley?
There we go.
So that'll be coming Thursday from Tammy, where we can learn really kind of the nuts and bolts of how this building works and its kind of function of, not only just a themed space for our cats, but a functional space for our hybrid rescues.
Well, let's give a little preview, Judson, since you're right above it now. Why don't you show that waterer? I think those are the coolest thing ever. So these are automatic waterers. As the cat drinks, they automatically refill. So that already is not only cutting down on caretaker time, but it's providing fresh water to our cats constantly and always. So what a neat feature.
Hey, Mr. Handsome. Exactly, it's cool. It falls kind of below a little threshold, and then boom, Harley, you got yourself some more water.
Hey, look at this. You want to go up your skyscraper? I think he looks like Superman.
In Harley, here's in the city chic room, you can see kind of embracing his inner King Kong up on top of the skyscraper
King Kong,
here.
Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. And this is kind of a handful of these wonderful set pieces that were created for us by Square Paws. I'm sure many of you have been seeing some of the tag posts that have made their way onto Instagram and Facebook, but nonetheless, just a great accent and a functional accent for a cat like Mr. Harley in his city chic room.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a hard word to get my tongue tied on.
I wasn't going to call you out, but you kind of called yourself.
And I'm prone to getting that tongue tied, Mr. Harley. Well, Olivia, let's check out our outdoor space.
Come here, dude. You want to come up here? Don't tell Tammy. I'm giving a lot of treats.
And as we've mentioned, this whole week is dedicated to Catio Town. So we're having our first kind of hurrah with the unveiling of its completion. Mentioned how Tammy's going to be doing her wrap-up from Catio Town on Thursday, talking nuts and bolts. There you go, Mr. Tigger.
He hasn't gotten any treats yet. Sorry, Tigger.
Well, and then, of course, we want to highlight some of the rescues here in Catio Town, who they are, how they came to Sanctuary, and how, by learning their stories, we can help make a difference for those yet to come.
Yeah. And so we mentioned at the beginning of this live, not all the cats have moved in yet. Some Shire cats we've just been waiting to get them crated. This is on the cat's time, so we're never going to push something. This is one group that is still waiting to move in. Merlin is an example of maybe a more forward cat, but Jewel, she's going to take a little bit more time. So the goal is to get them in today, but until then, this is one of our largest spaces, so the sky room here and then Mellow Meow on
exactly,
the other side is
these two corners are going to be the two largest rooms, as well as having the two largest catios. So essentially the catio is going to be a 90-degree angle wrapping around the corner of each side of the building that we'll see here in a moment.
So, very exciting. I think this room is just so cute.
And no cats in here just yet, but fun little cubbies. Plenty of sky high. I like how those, Olivia, those platforms even look like clouds from a certain angle here in the sky room.
And we got the TV set up today. Judson and I were having fun picking some YouTube videos that would match the themes. And we even have mobiles in this room for the cats to enjoy. So, I mean, you think of a future, it's probably in here. And I know that we've been talking about for a cat like Jewel, for example, she loves her Heidi tube. That will be coming over with her. It'll probably live on the outside catio, but even then, if she comes inside, we have lots of tube features in the room. Even this tube over here, Judson, I think these are awesome. But, there's certain creature comforts that some of the cats had in their bungalows that they want to bring with them, and we're making sure to accommodate those things. But why don't we go
Tammy.
out to the catio?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's step outside.
All right. And here's this entry and exit way that will be similar to all of our other cats, 24/7 access to these indoor and outdoor spaces.
Sweet. All right. And
Get a good look.
And you can imagine that this catio is going to be fleshed out even more when we're complete. But you can see, really, the idea that we have here is giving them an outdoor space that's going to help them be the cat that they're born to be. Still plenty of places to climb high. We're going to be having some raised flower beds.
Again, human spaces.
Human space
Judson,
as well.
for people to come sit
And
down.
it's not building itself, I'll tell you. It's being done, of course, by the hardworking folk you see here in the frame there. I see caretaker Tyler, caretaker Katrina, animal care intern Emma, I'm sorry, brain fart. And hope everybody realizes that Catio Town isn't happening in a vacuum. It isn't happening without your support, and it's not happening without the kick-butt job of our caretakers and interns.
Heated den here behind you, Judson. Heater above your head. So this will be a great space, not only during the summer, the warmer months, but of course, one of the very, very large goals with Catio Town from a practical standpoint was to make sure all the spaces could be utilized during winter. So not only will the outdoor catios be covered, which means that snow will not be getting in here. We even have a wraparound system that will prevent snow from coming in from the sides, but it'll stay warm and toasty out here too, so the cats can come out and enjoy outside just as much as inside.
That's right. And it's just so cool to see the level of planning that went into something like this. It is,
yeah,
I know.
So big, yeah.
Really the amount of detail that someone like Tammy has after rescuing for 26 years and seeing kind of a culmination of that knowledge and experience and professionalism kind of bearing out in a space like this. So I think that is pretty darn cool.
Yeah, and I love Judson too. We might not see it on the live today, but if you're a founding member or you contributed to specific spaces, rooms, features, you'll be getting pictures of your signs, but there are signs all throughout Catio Town.
Facing
with your
the opposite
names,
way.
Yeah, facing the opposite way. But even how it's dedicated, and I love seeing the names of people's cats, Judson, and all the love and care that has gone into this collectively. It's all over this space. It's evident. I mean, even these, we had one of our contracted workers ended up staying a couple extra days, Judson, because he loved making these skywalks for the cats. So
That's
even
right.
little features or little stories like that make it so special.
Very much so. It's just so cool to see it all here right in front of us, Olivia.
Yes.
Well, cool.
Alrighty.
Let's make one final lap through Catio Town, maybe check in to see if anybody's up to no good. But thank you all for tuning into this live so far. It really has been a pleasant time getting to check in with some of these kiddos in their new space and truthfully see a lot of faces that maybe we haven't been able to catch on a live in some time. So I think that's another thing that I am just elated for is I love all of our rescues equally here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I don't want our internet and Wi-Fi signals to give the idea that we favor some cats over the other. And darn it, Hybrid Haven had been really kind of in no man's land for internet, and no more here in Catio Town. We have wired internet coming in here with Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi. So I'm just so happy to be featuring some of the, just giving some much deserved attention to some of our hybrid rescues.
Yeah, it was really tricky. So Judson and I are happy from a social media standpoint.
Yeah.
But this space, as we've been saying, really is a first of its kind. There is nobody else that has built a hybrid cat specific space like this. So you all are along for the ride with us. I think it's really exciting that we kind of get to forge the way, hopefully inspire others and see what Catio Town can still become as we learn and grow with it. So I can't wait. It's so exciting to be in here after all the hard work everybody's put in, all the dreaming everybody's done.
Indeed, Olivia, and it couldn't have been done without the folks like you who are watching this post, without our founding members, and everybody just doing their part to make Catio Town a reality.
Yes.
All right, you crazy kiddos. There's Bestie here, Zena.
And Riku's napping up in a tube.
I was going to say, he's
up in the
somewhere.
corner.
Okay, there's Mr. Riku. Oh, gosh, I can't even see him. I just see a lump
Oh,
of...
there he goes. He says, I'm napping. I'm on my side.
You do what you want to do, Mr. Riku. Well, marvelous, Olivia. I'm glad we have to check in with some kiddos. Dream is truthfully, she's right where we left her.
And, speaking of Dream in this bed, I saw a couple other comments in that previous post saying, oh, I noticed the things that I purchased off the wish list.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you in that way, too. So shout it out if you see something. But also, if you'd like to continue contributing or you didn't know about the wish list, we don't necessarily have themed things on the wish list anymore, but I will say that our wish list is always packed with very specific and essential items for the cats, including very often, litter and food for our hybrid cat. So if you would like to contribute to Catio Town in that way and the cats you're seeing in this video, please check out our wish list. It might not be a fluffy pink bed that you're buying, but just as important, if not more important, litter and food. So we'd be so appreciative of that too. And please, please, please let Judson and I know if you see something that you purchased.
Yeah, I think that's great. Being able to shout out, hey, I helped there, I helped with that. Boom, boom, boom. I think that's a excellent thing to do, Olivia. I love seeing that enthusiasm because you should feel enthusiastic about making a difference for our rescues. What do you think, Miss Lupita? Where's going to be the next spot? You've been enjoying your cat beds up on your shelf there, but you've been going way high up on the shelf too, and I cannot tell you how beautiful I already thought you were, Lupita, but you contrasted against this beautiful white room.
And everyone's been loving the windows,
Yeah,
too.
she's got some supervising to do with the caretakers and animal care interns finishing up some outdoor stuff. So we will let Lupita do her supervising, and we'll let Mr. Topper do some chilling here in the under the C-suite and a whole lot of other enjoying themselves here in Catio Town.
Well, before we end, Judson, let's end on one last look at scale of this building.
Okay.
It's so large, like it's hard to tell from
Same,
even the
same footprint as the animal care
you go
center,
over here. I'm gonna go to the other end, and we'll say goodbye that way. It's a big building, and you all did this. It's so exciting. Okay,
Are you over there, Olivia? I can't hear you.
I'm here. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Catio Town.
Thank you again. That's right. Welcome to Catio Town, and we will see you back here again at the Wildcat Sanctuary soon.
Bye, everyone.